Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ, presented by Capital One. As we get into the latter stages of the NFL season, time to kind of assess that bankroll. And I'll tell you, if you've been betting on home teams, underdogs, and taking the unders, well, you are coming out ahead. It's going to be a good holiday season for you. Treat yourself. A little bit of that extra cash. You look at the home teams cashing more than 50% of the time. Underdogs 54% and unders 55%. Let's get into these wagering trends by doing a little fade or follow with wagering expert Mike McClure, a big fan of the under. So Mike's been cashing tickets all season long here on HQ. So Mike, here's how we're going to do it. I give you the trend. You tell me whether you're following that trend or fading it this week. We'll start with unders. I kind of think I know where this is going, but they're the payoff trend so far this season. 55% of the games you've seen have gone under the total. Denver, 11-1 to the under so far this season. They welcome Kansas City this week with that total set at 44. Are you following the under or are you fading it here?
I'm going to follow the under here. I like this number at 44. It's pretty friendly. Look, I also kind of like the Broncos team total under. They can't do anything offensively, but defensively, the team is actually pretty decent at slowing opponents down. If you watch Kansas City, one thing they are incredibly good at is having long, sustained drives that eat 7 to 10 minutes at times off the clock in one possession. That's what I see here, a game that is controlled by Kansas City. The Broncos defense is good enough to avoid the big play. Love this spot for Kansas City. Also worth noting, the Chiefs, they are just 1-7 against the spread against the AFC so far this season. Could be a little tighter game, low-scoring game here. Love the friendly number at 44. I'll follow and take the under.
All right, the Chiefs can clinch the AFC West title with a win, and if the Chargers lose to Miami, but win or lose, Mike likes them under the total. All right, revenge game for the Bills this week against the Jets, who upset them back in Week 9. They've won 3 of 4 since then and have the most double-digit wins of any team since the start of last season. They're 9.5-point favorites versus the Jets, just shy of the double digits. Are you taking those points, or are you fading the trend?
I'm going to follow it here. I like to lay the points here with the Bills minus 9.5. I know it's tempting to grab the points with the Jets. However, this is a great spot for the Bills. Mike White has looked great so far in 2 games. However, he played pretty weak opponents in terms of pass defense. Not the case here against Buffalo. If you remember last season, he also played great until he ran into this Buffalo defense. A lot of renewed energy in Buffalo as well after Kansas City dropping that game to Cincinnati. All the opportunity in the world here. I think the Bills absolutely roll in this game. I love the minus 9.5 here.
Yeah, the Bills have had their dip, and now it seems like they're really starting to put things together. A win by them, no matter by how much, gives them a 4th straight 10-win season. All right, last week we made a lot of noise about Joe Burrow's dominance over Patrick Mahomes. Well, guess what? He's 0-4 against the Browns. Now they've won 4 straight, but Deshaun is QB1, expected to be better in his second game. Bengals 6-point favorites. Are you fading or following this trend?
I'm going to fade the trend here. I actually like the Bengals quite a bit. They are coming on here at the right time. They're getting healthy, which is tremendous for them. Having Jamar Chase back is going to be such a big deal for Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, everyone involved there. But really want to talk about their defense. Their defense has been awesome the last 2 games against pretty tough challenges, one being Derrick Henry and then the other being the Kansas City offense. Still crushing in terms of the pass defense. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on Deshaun Watson here. I like Cincy minus 6. I think this number should be closer to 8 personally. I think that the Browns, I think they really struggle in this spot, and I think Cincy runs away with this one.
Yeah, kind of like the Bills. The Bengals seem to be hitting stride. Browns have scored at least 32 points, though, in every win over Burrow so far. As mentioned, he's 0-4, but Mike likes the Bengals in this one. Unlike Joe Burrow, Ryan Tannehill has an unblemished record against a divisional opponent. He's 5-0 versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jags have lost 8 straight road games at Tennessee. I mean, this seems like a pretty straightforward follow here, Mike. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're dead on. It's going to be one that I'm following here. You mentioned Ryan Tannehill against the team. It's really about Derrick Henry for me. He owns 2 teams in the division. That's the Texans and the Jaguars here. They really struggle to stop him. It makes life a lot easier for Ryan Tannehill in the offense. Also, a lot of changes in the front office so far this week for the Titans. I think they see a little bit of spark offensively in this game. I think it's a tough spot for the Jaguars, so I'm going to follow this one and laid the 3.5 with the Titans.
Yeah, Titans the favorites, the total sitting at 41. Well, football fans have spent the week getting to know who Brock Purdy is, the new QB1 of the 49ers. This week, he makes his first start, and it's against the GOAT, Tom Brady. Opposing quarterbacks making their first start are 0-6 versus TB12. Tampa hasn't looked great, and this 49ers offense is very quarterback friendly. Does Purdy do what no other first-time starter has done here, Mike?
I think he does. I'm going to fade this trend. I like the 49ers in this game. I made them one of the Super Bowl favorites, one of the best teams. I've knocked them 3.5 points in rating with the quarterback change. That still makes them 5 points better here on their home field against Tom Brady and the Bucs. One thing that's great is they have an excellent coaching staff and an excellent defense. Kyle Shanahan puts a quarterback in a position to succeed. He's got excellent skill position players around him, a defense that's going to put him in great positions to have success. I like the 49ers here. I know that it's going to be popular to grab the 3.5 points with Tom Brady and the Bucs here. I think the Niners roll in this one, win by close to a touchdown.
And Tom Brady versus Brock Purdy features the largest gaps in starting quarterback matchups all time in wins, passing touchdowns, pass yards, and age. Should be a good one. Lastly, Monday nighter in Arizona, Cards welcome the Patriots. Cardinals, they're terrible at home, Mike. Losers of 10 of the last 11 games there. Patriots, very slim road favorites here. Do you follow the trend or are you fading it, Mike?
I'm fading the trend here. I like Arizona in this game, plus 1.5 here. I don't think the Patriots should be laying points on the road really to anyone in this particular spot. What I'm most excited about for Arizona is they're coming off the bye. They're getting healthy. We're going to finally see DeAndre Hopkins and Marquise Brown and Rondale Moore all on the field together. And then looking at the Patriots, they've really struggled in a few games, and it's when they're facing quarterbacks that can hurt you with their legs. That's exactly what Kyler Murray can do, especially when he's got those weapons healthy on the outside. I think this one is one that we've got to fade. Arizona's going to win this game.
That Hard Knocks bump hasn't happened yet. It better start happening sooner. There could be big changes in the desert this offseason. Wagering expert Mike McClure playing fade or follow for us here on HQ. Great to see you, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Mike, of course, part of our team over at Sportsline, and you can get in on the action for just $1. Head over to sportsline.com. Use the promo code TROPHY to get winning picks every single day.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.